Clinton and Bush really said one of the same things. They just didn't speak as clearly about it as Obama did. But Israel and the Palestinians have been at an impasse, and there's a stalemate. So what has he done? He's gotten the ball rolling and moving. Is anything going to happen? I can't predict that. I'm going to my Yiddish dictionary. You're a schmagegi if you don't do something, because otherwise you're going to end up with Spilkus.
Okay, you
that
have
means
to break
nothing.
this down for the viewers. I mean,
Schmagegi means you're a jerk. A schmagegi is a jerk.
A jerk, okay.
And Spilkus is like bupkis, which is nothing.
Well, who's the schmagegi? I'm trying to figure it out. Is it Obama? Because the Jews seem to think it's Obama.
Well, wait a minute. I'm Jewish, and I don't know. My family and I were together last night. There are 4 or 5 of us. We don't think he's a schmagegi. No, I don't. I sit here with Flip almost every week, and we agree to disagree. I think that something other than what's happening has got to be better. I'll quote. I always give my quotes here. Buffalo Springfield. There's battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. I mean, we have to do something, and I think that Obama clarified things very well, and he dissed Hamas, which he should have, but something's going to happen. Netanyahu's very hardline. He also said, I went in with certain concerns and I came out encouraged. So, yes, he was angry.
So he's calmed down a little bit.
And another quote, Michael Oren. America and Israel are great friends, but we have to be able to talk frankly to one another. Great friends do that.
Yeah. So you don't think he thinks he's a total yutz or putz?
No.
There's another word for you, right?
A momser. We can't translate on the air.
They've calmed down. They've calmed down. But what does this get them? I mean,
explicit a support of terrorism role as Palestine and Hamas are. Egypt wasn't at least calling for Israel's destruction and negating its right to exist.
Rob, should the president have noted that in his speech?
Well, he eventually did, but it also maybe it's going to put Hamas in a position where then they're just going to embarrass themselves and they're going to be more out of the picture than they are, because the Palestinians, everybody else is going to have to say, okay, if we want to move ahead, we're going to have to disassociate ourselves.
I don't think they're out of the picture at all. I think they're very much in the picture, and that's a big problem.
I think more positive is going to come from this than good and than bad. And the other thing is look at Bush and Clinton. They were doing the same thing. They were trying to have something move ahead, and they failed. So maybe this will fail. But Obama's giving it a shot. You have to give him credit for that.
I think it will likely fail, as I think we're all saying. This deluded president's brokering Mideast peace.
Why, though? Why do you think it will fail?
Because you've got one side who is willing to defend itself and has the might to defend itself, but is essentially peace-loving, Israel. You have the other side who is less militarily capable, but whose outcome is not peaceful coexistence. It is their existence at the expense of Israel, who they do not see as having a rightful, not only state, but a right to exist. And so I'm not saying it will never be resolved, but it's not as simple as simply getting people to come to the table, hold hands, and divide up land. You've got one side that thinks the other state, the other people inhabiting that state, should not exist. And it's tough to negotiate peace between two factions like that, especially when you, as the third-party broker, are not willing to draw those clear lines and say this one actor is more legitimate than the other.
Right.
I'm not saying everybody's sitting around singing Kumbaya with their guitars. It's not going to be easy, but we have to make an effort. I applaud Obama. He's making a tough choice. He's doing something that he may fail, but at least that could define his presidency, as he's made an effort here instead of skirting over an issue that could cause difficult repercussions for him.
So after that meeting, I'm sure he was very stressed out. I mean, the First Lady says that he's quit smoking, but maybe he hasn't. Maybe after getting talked down.